Hi, it's Marina, the Soul Alchemist, and it's time for Pick Your Own Card Weekly Guidance for the 13th through to the 19th of November. So, without thinking about it, I want you to tune into cards 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to reveal the messages, themes, and energies that will support you over the next 7 days. And also, the bonus card is all about relationships. And so, again, I would encourage you to listen to all 3 cards, even though you've picked maybe one as your focus. It's good to kind of get those other insights from those other cards because they also will support that focus message and will probably relate or show up in some shape or form through the next 7 days. So just to remind you, I'm using the AKASHIC Oracle card deck, which is my deck. And of course, if you want to get the deck, then the link is in the comments below, or you can DM me and I'll share more info on that. So beautiful week again, interesting third card. And it kind of does relate straight back into card 1. So a little bit like we had a couple of weeks ago, where it was kind of like a secular kind of movement through these 3 cards. We've kind of got that going on here again this week. So the first card for this week is Gratitude Practice. Now, what I'm really picking up is obviously we've got the practice of gratitude and being thankful and grateful and really kind of seeing the abundance in our life despite everything that we might be not feeling or thinking or seeing at the moment. There is still little things to be grateful for, and that could be like your health, it could be somebody in particular in your family that supports you, it could be your pet, it could be the things that you have around, your crystals or books on your shelf or whatever it might be. There's those small things, tiny little things to be grateful for. But the thing that I was really drawn to in this particular card this week is the balance between the dry land and the water. So there's a real sense of not staticness, but a calmness that's within this card. And I was also really drawn to the dove that's also here as well. So there's a real sense of calmness and peace, which I feel is going to be the thing that is going to support you this week if you can find balance in your life in some shape or form. And that could be through having some kind of practice for yourself, as simple as a gratitude journal. So I always have a gratitude journal where I write in, I would say most evenings, 99% of the time through the year, I write in that gratitude journal. And it's 5 things that I'm grateful for, which can be, my bed. I'm getting into bed at night and feeling cozy and warm and safe, because my bed does have me feel safe once I've got my duvet on me and I've got a really comfortable pillow. Or it could be, it's a client session that I had in that day, or it could be something that one of the kids said that I found funny. So there's all sorts of things that I can be grateful for. And I also put in that gratitude journal my daily win. So, and that's really about patting myself on my back and recognizing and celebrating myself. And it's just something that takes a couple of minutes, doesn't take very long, but it's a really beautiful way to go to sleep, because you've done that practice. So something like that just brings a sense of connection to yourself. It's a way to review your day, but it also has you go to bed in a very, very positive way. Generally, it can start to eliminate some of the anxiety and stress and the things that maybe have got us really worked up in the day. Doing gratitude is kind of neutralizing that. It's like an antidote. So I want you to really think about how you can bring a sense of peace, a sense of calmness into your week, and what things give you peace and calmness at the moment. What activities can you do? What people can you hang out with? Or where do you need to go? What locations that give you that sense of peace and calmness? Because that's what I feel is going to give you this sense of perhaps expansiveness. It's going to give you, these like beautiful downloads, abundance, miracles, magic, all of this beautiful stuff that I feel is like laden in kind of like the in the picture here coming through the rainbow, which we're open to receive. it comes through the form of peace and calmness, balance, perhaps even stillness. You know, this is a very still card. When I look at this card, it feels very still. And she's just got her arms and she's just receiving. So how can you bring an element of that into your week? Because that's going to really help alignment, and you've been able to perhaps receive gifts, support, wealth, abundance, prosperity, ideas. It just allows you to be in that open, expansive space to receive it all. So gratitude practice, balance and calmness and peace are the main frequencies of this card. So how can you capture more of that in your week this week? And that's going to bring this whole beautiful expansiveness there. So let me know how that card resonates as we dive into card 2. And card 2 is again about receiving. It's about collaboration and it's about community, and it's cosmic healing. So again, we've got this real expansiveness. You know, we had the expansiveness of space here, and that lady, you know, I'm open to receive, and that could be something from the universe. It could be something from her guides. But then what we've got is this more of this focus. You're kind of in the center in your Merkaba, which is, you know, your vehicle, your spiritual vehicle, as it were, to move around the universe, go from dimension to dimension, you know, location to location. We have our Merkaba around us to support us with that astral travel. And we've got all of these hands that are kind of like holding space for us. So if you have been thinking about collaboration, if we're bringing it to a very practical level, maybe wanting to do more in your community, whether that be volunteering, maybe setting something up where you can actually share your own gifts, if you've got like a business or something like that. Or it might be connected with family, but there's about a togetherness in this card. That's the key thing. It's pulling people together with a common goal, with and that, as I say, it could be a theme, it could be a hobby, or, you know, an intention where people are coming together, and you might be instigating that, or you might be just the you know, a person that's taking part in that. But this, for me, is about people coming together to create cosmic healing, because we are strong as an individual. We're strong, but if we're kind of facilitating a common goal, then coming together in a kind of more unified way is even stronger. And, you know, we've got all of this light, all of this energy, all of this beautiful healing that is coming in as people come together. So as I say, you might be invited to something this week that has that kind of community vibe, or, you know, a Reiki share. Might be something more on a global level that you want to organize. But it's about cosmic healing, sending out healing to others that maybe need it, you receiving healing. And even if it's not connected with healing, it's about connection and community or family, and coming together with a common goal, seeing eye to eye, maybe, you know, getting past the differences that may have been there. And it's about bringing people together. So that's a really important activity, or idea or invitation that comes up this week. And this is definitely an acknowledgement to go ahead and do that, because again, as we come together, we're kind of putting a really positive message out into the universe. We're sharing and bringing our lights together, which, you know, when we come together, we're definitely stronger, unified, than we are as just one single person. So cosmic healing, coming together, community, connection. Connection's going to be really important for you this week if you've picked card 2 as your main focus. So look at where you feel isolated, or where you are isolating yourself, and ask, why is that? Why am I doing that? Why do I not want to be part of something? And that might just be highlighting a wound or some trauma or something that's happened where you just maybe want to feel you want to be alone, but there's kind of like a point where it becomes a habit rather than a need to self-heal or reflect or, you know, process. There can come a point where we're doing it too regularly, and it becomes a habit. It becomes part of our identity. And then are we missing a trick? Are we isolating ourselves because we don't want to connect, because we fear we fear being judged in some way, you know, so it can evolve into something else, which doesn't need to be there. So connection, community, how can you be in that energy more this week? And for some of you, as I say, if you are feeling that isolation and you've got to make that effort to be more connected, then there's going to be a real element of healing that comes within that as well. So let me know how that card resonates. And if you are enjoying these cards, or you feel that you'd like to have your own unique one-to-one session, and that can be done on a subscription where we work together 4 times a year. So I get to hold space for you for a whole year. And you can just pay on a subscription, which makes it incredibly affordable and easy to manage. Then let me know, or you can just do a one-off session. All of my sessions include Akashic healing, so it's not just about guidance, insight, wisdom. It's also about healing and activations in terms of supporting you over your next 3 months. Okay, so if you pick card 3, this one will circle back into card 1, which was about gratitude practice, but card 3 is vows of poverty. So what I'm getting here is really kind of addressing any areas of lack and scarcity. And it doesn't have to be directly connected with money, because poverty can be anything. It can be lack of love, lack of belonging, lack of health, lack of relationships, connection, confidence. There's this poverty. I don't have enough. I have to keep myself poor around this particular topic. But what I'm also sensing that there is actually vows of poverty that need to be broken this week, or you have the opportunity to break those vows of poverty, which could be directly impacting your mindset around finances in particular, or those other areas of life where you feel that you're in lack, you know, lack of time, lack of self-care. So where are you feeling impoverished? I'm going to, I think I have at least one activation that I can tag at the end of this video that you can go and listen to that deals with vows of poverty. But what I feel is whatever you are breaking, what I'm kind of really feeling about this card is I don't want you to write any more vows of poverty. And now, whether that's a declaration of, you know, I'm going to keep myself poor, you know, and that is in lack and scarcity, you know, I'm going to keep myself in that state because I'm punishing myself, and this is probably not going to be a conscious thing. But sometimes we can make decisions and we don't feel we're worthy, we don't feel we're deserving, we're keeping ourselves from our mindset and beliefs, or from our like programming, or, you know, the way that we've been kind of like family conditioning and stuff like that, that's, there isn't anything bigger or better for me. This is my lot. I have to settle with this. And that is a impoverished way of thinking and way of being. And so it's almost like I don't want you to write any more beliefs or thoughts around that, and narratives around being impoverished in whatever way that transpires for you, because there's always abundance. You see this purse here has all these coins falling out of it, and it's almost like it's a constant like giving purse. There's always something in there. It's not going to go dry, it's not going to go empty, and it's laying underneath the scrolls. But I want us to burn away the ones that have already been created, but I don't want you to write anymore. This one's not been written yet, but it's almost like it's ready there. So it's working on your abundance mindset. It's working on your prosperity thoughts and patterns and feelings, and where that shows up, where you don't feel that you have enough, or you have to keep yourself poor. Sometimes we keep ourselves poor because we don't want to outdo other people in our family, because we may get ostracized. Again, it's very subconscious, very unconscious like thoughts or feelings or behaviors, but that might be the connection. I don't want to do better than my family, my parents. I can't earn more than them because I might be perceived as showing off. You know, who do you think you are, earning more than me? You know, it's all that type of stuff that can come up in family in particular, but it might be also present in like close friendships as well, you know. But the point is that the universe is abundant. It's abundant in so many different ways. And it's understanding where you perhaps are holding yourself to ransom with vows of poverty, again, whether that be conscious or not, but also what can we do to shift our beliefs and our mindset into the abundance, recognizing that we're abundant in so many different things, and it doesn't have to be related to money. And that's where the gratitude practice, and it circles back to this particular card of just being in gratitude for the air that you breathe, or seeing the rainbow in the sky, or having the trees that you can see through the window. It's the small things that add up to, you know, a lot of small things add up to massive big things. And that's the type of things that can shift vows of poverty. Just deciding I'm not going to believe in vows of poverty anymore. I'm going to break all of the vows of poverty that I've ever created. I'm not available to make up any more vows of poverty. And just taking that stance around that. So vows of poverty are here to break. Be mindful of where you find yourself in feeling that you're in impoverished. And impoverished can be kind of like, I just don't have enough. I just don't feel like I have enough. And that's a poverty. And it's a mindset shift, because there's always enough of abundance. There's always enough of everything, but it's just how we choose to see that. And it takes a bit of shifting. It takes practice. It takes acknowledgement. So I didn't say it was going to be easy, but we can do it. So vows of poverty. So that's your 3 cards: gratitude practice, cosmic healing, connection, community, family, coming together with a common goal, really exploring those connections. And then vows of poverty, making sure that you are not creating any more vows of poverty consciously. And where can you break more vows of poverty, and where can you shift your mindset into abundance, and knowing that you have, or knowing that there is lots available for you to receive. It's about what you do to receive that, and what mindset you approach that with. So that's the 3 cards. So the bonus card is all about relationships, and it's another beautiful card, and it's also another cosmic card, and it's soul alignment. This is, as I said, about relationships of all types: romantic, clients, family, partners, exes, friends. And this card is, again, you've got this real sense of peace. When you look at that lady's face, it's calm, it's peaceful. There's no stress there. It feels easy. And do your relationships all reflect that? And if they do, then there's soul alignment there. But if some of them feel challenging, obviously all relationships can feel challenging at times because there's growth within them. But if it feels challenging all of the time and it drains your energy, it's not soul aligned. So this could be a period of reflection, or things being shown to you this week around your relationships, and it being shown to you that the ones that are really soul aligned and they just feel easy and it's flowing and they're encouraging and they're inspiring and they're motivational and supportive. There isn't that kind of like envy and jealousy and competitiveness. And I can't say this just in case, they say this back to me. None of that is a soul aligned relationship that's supportive of you. And you'll have a mix of the two. So it'll be interesting to see, are you going to be shown a really soul-aligned relationship, which, can easily come in with this kind of like healing card, the connection and community here? Or are you also going to be shown those relationships that perhaps are past their sell-by date? And that's okay. We don't need to make meaning of that. It's just that sometimes relationships aren't meant to last a lifetime. They are here to do a job, as in support you with a karmic lesson or a growth or spiritual lesson or whatever it might be, and then they're complete. But if we emotionally get attached or egoically get attached, especially if it's a romantic relationship, then we can string that out far longer than what it needs to be. And that can feel then struggle, challenging, difficult, painful. And she doesn't have pain on her face. She has serenity and ease and calmness. So look at your relationships this week. Have a look at what you're being shown. Be grateful for all of them. But do you need to let some of those relationships go? And do you need to celebrate some of those relationships in a bigger way? So relationships is your final card, which is your bonus card. So again, let me know how those cards resonate. Let me know if you'd like an empowerment oracle card session, or you want to work with me for a whole year and have 4 sessions, 1 every quarter, where we can do the Akashic record healing. We can go deeper with your next 3 months, really understand what's going to be coming up, what needs to be worked through, and also what needs to be cleared to facilitate that next 3 months growth and evolution. Let me know. I would love to hear. And if you want to get this deck with the masterclass and the key as the 2 free bonuses, this is your modality in a box, then let me know or click the link below. Okay, have a fabulous week. Love and blessings, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.